Here's a quick little overview of the aquaponics system here at Saura Creek Farm. It's late November and we're starting to lean into the aquaponics system a little more for our lettuce production. This is our first year with the system, and we had some pretty basic goals just to get the system running, to produce about 75 rainbow trout and see how long it took them to grow out. And we also wanted to learn about remineralizing the fish waste so we aren't dumping any solids out of the system, and just really get flow rates on all the filters and pumps and everything so we could get some numbers behind everything. And we know what we need for next year, I can say. The greenhouse that it's in is a 65 foot by 17 foot wide, a double layer of plastic, just hoop house. The grow beds here are 40 feet long, 4 feet wide, about a foot deep. The water crosses over here. This last grow bed is our sump tank, basically. All the water comes in on that far end, a little over here, and flows down, across, and back. Growing mostly salinova in here and some strawberries, but right now we're not even adding iron to the system and not having any deficiencies. I have a little large of a pump on here for now, just because of availability. But to keep the water cool for the trout in the summer, I have a geothermal cooling coil. The water runs about 6 or 7 feet underground, about 100 feet back into the woods there, and it's a 400 foot total coil. And the water returns over here at the very bottom, and it does well. As you can see, this is the fish tank. This is the mineralization tank. All of the fish solids from the filters come into the bottom of this, and we pump air in just to keep it digesting in there. And every few days I'll take the top water, I'll turn the air off and settle the water, and the clear top water goes back into the system. The water from the fish tank overflows out of this pipe through a solid lifting overflow into a radial flow filter here. Alright, I got the ladder. So it goes into the radial flow filter at about the 60 gallon mark on a 110 gallon tank. And then it comes out at about the 90 gallon mark. It comes in and cuts to 90, and the solids settle to the bottom. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, the solids settle to the bottom, and once they accumulate enough, I'll suck them over to the mineralization tank where they'll be brewed further. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there's a little bit of a swirl action happening in the water. And this basket here, it's a food grade basket with all these holes in it, helps kick all those heavy solids back down and not get sucked back into the overflow here. It's working pretty well. And here's the backup air pump This will be hooked up to a battery in the shed. I'm working on that right now. So here. From there, flow splits. Some of it goes into this bubble bead filter. Some of it goes into this moving bed biofilter. And the rest goes into this ebb and flow bed here, media bed here. It's got strawberries in here. You can see no deficiencies. It's got an external bell siphon. Another cool feature of this media bed is pneumatic air clean out. You just hook about 100 psi there and blow it out while it's draining. Helps keep it clear. As far as airflow, this is the main air line here. It runs up at the top of the greenhouse and has a few drops for the fish tank, for the filters, for the mineralization tank. And the pump is housed in this little shed out back. Just because it is loud. We also have a backup that just runs constantly. Just an inverter, a battery charger, and a deep cell battery that runs a pump constantly. That way there's nothing that can fail. It's the rest of the farm. And right now we only have 75 fish in here. Let's see if they're hungry. The system is designed for 300 fish at roughly a pound. And we plan on harvesting all these fish about the first of the year. We have gotten a little over a pound. Having trouble throwing the food out and holding the camera. They're pretty feisty. Can't wait to have 300 in there.